me.
Yes,
I'm a student. I'm trying to speak English. May I talk to you?
yes.
Thank you so much. By the way, I have an exercise to video a conversation with foreigner. Could you help me, please?
How long?
Just 2 or 3 minutes.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Hi, my name is Hua. 808. I'm 21 years old.
Where do you study?
I study at the Academy of Finance.
Which area?
I'm in my third year.
How many years do you study?
I study 4 years.
So you are going to graduate next year, right?
Yes, that's right.
What do you study?
I study customs. And how about you? What's your name, please?
My name is Winnie.
Could you spell your name, please?
W-I-N-Y.
W-I-N-N-Y, right?
Yes,
And where you come from?
I come from the USA.
I know the USA. Its capital is Washington, D.C., and your country is famous for Statue of Liberty and Times Square.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. How do you feel about the weather in Hanoi?
Oh, it's very nice. I love it.
Well, now it's winter. There are 4 seasons in Hanoi. Spring is warm and wet. Summer is hot and humid. Autumn is cool and windy, and winter is cold and dry.
Yes, but in the South, there are only 2 seasons, right?
Yeah, it's actually rainy season and dry season. And what's the weather like in your country?
The winter in my country is much colder than here.
Well, which season do you like best? Why?
I like summer best because I can relax with my friends and my family after a long school year.
Wow.
How about you? Which season do you like best?
I like autumn best because the weather is very pleasant. By the way, I have an interesting question. Would you like to discuss this with me?
Okay.
Do you prefer to live in the countryside or a big city?
I prefer to live in a big city because living in a big city helps me to have more means of entertainment.
So you think living in a big city helps you to have more means of entertainment?
Yes,
Anything else?
I think living in a big city helps me to develop my career more easily.
So you think living in a big city helps you to develop your career more easily?
Yes. How do you think?
I prefer to live in a countryside because living in a countryside helps me to have a fresher living environment. Um, Also, I think living in a countryside helps me to have a quiet workplace.
Yes.
How long have you been in Hanoi?
For 6 days now.
Yeah. What places have you visited around Hanoi?
I went to Salt Lake, Chan Plaza, and Ho Chi Minh Museum.
Yeah. Besides Hanoi, what places in Vietnam have you visited?
Huế, Nha Trang, Đà Nẵng.
Yeah. Which one do you like best?
I think it's Huế because the people are very hospitable.
Yeah. What places in Vietnam are you going to visit next?
I'm going to Hạ Long Bay tomorrow.
When are you going to leave Vietnam?
I'm going to Thailand in 2 days.
Oh, have a nice time.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye.